You are your own worst enemy. Let me explain. Your brain has two halves. It has the good half and the bad half. The good half does stuff that you know you're supposed to do that's like good for you, and the bad half does just the stuff that you kind of want to do, like that falls into all the temptations. The bad half is called the monkey brain. And now, when you're sitting in the pantry like me and you're like staring at the Pop Tart, both sides are colliding. They're fighting. The bad half is saying, like,
Don't eat the Pop Tart. Eat the fucking Hershey's bar.
and the good half is saying, no, you want a six pack, don't eat that shit. When I just got started on self improvement, I had like a huge chocolate sugar addiction. And so I would sit in my pantry for like minutes at a time staring at the chocolate. Like, bro, hold on. I have this. Oh, it's empty. Fucking hell. I didn't even eat that. Bro, like stuff like this, like the Hershey Kisses and everything. I literally sit there for minutes at a time and just stare at it and be like, oh, I want to eat it so bad, but I can't, but I want to eat it. And I could hear my monkey brain telling me to eat it. It won't be that much. You won't gain weight from like one Hershey's bar. It's okay. You can eat one, you just worked out. But I didn't realize that a tree falls the way it leans. And so if I gave into this temptation, I'd be way more likely to give into it later more and more anyway. Each day, both halves fight for dominance. So your good half is telling you to make the good decisions while the bad half is telling you to make the bad ones. This is why you are your own worst enemy, because you are both halves. You are like the monkey brain. At the same time, you're also this like elevated version of you that's much greater. Every time you make a bad decision, it strengthens like the monkey brain. So right now, you can imagine that the good part of your brain and the bad part of your brain are like 50-50. Each one is equally as powerful. Maybe it's 75-25, maybe it's like 60-40, whatever. You'd probably like to think you're more good than bad. And if you're watching like a self-improvement video like this, you probably are. Let's be honest. You're probably like 70-30. But every time you make a bad decision, the monkey brain gets stronger. And so let's say it's 70-30 right now. Then it's going to go to like 68-32. Your good half is going to get like taken over a little bit by the bad half. But the good news is that each time you make a good decision, your good half grows as well. So if it goes down to like 65-35, you made some bad decisions, whatever, but you make some good ones after, you can recover it, bring it back up to 70-30 and like strengthen the good part of your brain. And when you strengthen the good part, the good decisions become easier and easier and easier and easier, and you often find yourself becoming like a more disciplined person. So your goal should be to strengthen the good side as much as possible. Like, if you've ever played Terraria, you would have seen the Hallowed and the Corruption. Like, you ask the Dryad and she tells you, like, you should get rid of the corruption because it corrupts your world and spread the Hallow, like the good area. Because, you know, your world only has so much space, but you can cleanse it and get rid of, like, the bad stuff, the corrupt biome, and spread the good biome. That's like your brain. If you spread the hollow, like the good parts, and get rid of the bad parts, you'll be so much better for it. There's another quote that I'll tell you about. That is, you suffer more in your imagination than in reality. And that's from Seneca, like an old Greek philosopher from way back when. Basically it means that most of your suffering isn't caused by external things, but your own imagination. Bro, have you ever been like talking to this girl and it's going well? Like you start imagining like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen and this is gonna be awesome and this is gonna be cool. And then you get ghosted. It does suck, and that has happened to me. But I can tell you that it doesn't really hurt because you're so attached to this person, but it hurts because you've imagined this future and you've put some like little investment in your brain into it. They're like, yeah, I want this, this, and this that's like coming. But realistically, it's in your imagination. It's not real. And so you lost this fantasy that you attach yourself to that was never guaranteed to come true in the first place. Every single time you have an expectation and are disappointed, it's because of your imagination. And it's because you're not like grounded in reality where you are right now. Sure, like hope is good. It's good to have hope. But Marcus Aurelius said that you cannot lose a future that you don't have, meaning the future is not guaranteed. You don't know what's coming. You could have like a brain aneurysm right now and die. So any future at all that you can get, you should take and not have like this crazy expectation for it. If something terrible happens, well then just take it as it comes, bro. Like sure, you might be a little disappointed, but this greater future that you envisioned for yourself that you thought you would have was never really guaranteed in the first place. And so since you didn't really have it, you didn't have the future already, or else it would be the present, you didn't really lose anything. Because I would plan on like, okay, well, I want to go to dinner here and here and here. And then, like, obviously you get ghosted. And it's like, well, okay, well, I had that, like, future expectation, but that was never really, like, confirmed that it was gonna happen in the first place. Like, there's no guarantees. So good or bad, you shouldn't really have an expectation for the future. That's the point. Well, Master Oogway said the past is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and right now is a gift, which is why we call it the present. So take your gift as it is, because either way, it is a present. So good luck. You got this. And then here's the hug. And the featured comment, obviously. And then join the journey, subscribe. All right, bow, 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 bow. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. There. Bow, 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 bow. That threw me off.